Welcome to the 9th induction banquet of the Athletic Hall of Fame for the Lower Virginia Peninsula. Tonight, you'll meet athletes who have not only demonstrated prowess in their athletic excellence, but also presented themselves as role models for their character and sportsmanship. The Athletic Hall of Fame honors athletes of the Lower Peninsula. The athlete's achievement must be on a statewide, national, international basis for such time as decided by the Hall of Fame Committee. The Hall of Fame was established in 1971 by Mayor Ann Kilgore and the Hampton City Council and is dedicated to athletes who have brought honor and recognition to themselves and the Lower Virginia Peninsula. The Hampton Coliseum houses the Hall of Fame, and tonight we proudly induct the following individuals: Robert Banks, Walter Bowser, Dick Carneal, Terry Kirby, Chris Slade, and Steve Stanaway. These individuals have brought distinction and achievement to the Lower Virginia Peninsula Hall of Fame. Tonight, we salute them for their excellence.
Congratulations, Robert. This is a great night. It's great to be here with you. The Hampton Crabbers football team and coaches, from Coach Mann and Coach Mitchell, I'll wish you the best. Congratulations to your parents, Lloyd Sr. and Harriet. We all know that Harriet was behind your development more than any of us coaches. She kept an eye on you more than anything. I remember the first time I saw you, 1978. It was during the winter break for our college football players. Came back to the weight room and I saw Robert, and I wondered who this guy was and which guy he came back with and who he played for. But after a few minutes, I realized that he was a 9th grader at Peninsula Catholic. So there became our recruiting. I shouldn't say that probably, but we actually didn't recruit him, but it was a difficult time to get his mom to consent to him come to Hampton High School. But he was allowed to come, and from 1979 to 1981, Robert led us to 38 consecutive victories, 2 state championships, and a near 3rd. But the amazing thing about Robert was his dedication to practice, his tireless efforts. Made All-State 3 times, sophomore, junior, senior year, and that was a time when only 10th through 11th through 12th grades played. He was an All-State offensive tackle for the 3 years, 2 years All-State defensive end, and 1 year All-State as a defensive linebacker. He was also picked as the National Player of the Year his senior year and the Defensive Player of the Year in the state of Virginia his senior year. But the thing about Robert that impresses you most is his friendly smile and his ability to get along with people. And with all these accolades that he received, his best friend in high school still was the manager of the team. Might have been because Green had a new automobile he could haul him around in. I really don't think that's true, Robert. The recruiting process for Robert and his family, I know, was a trying time, but he finally decided upon the Fighting Irish. After graduating from there in 4 years, he went on to play for Houston Oilers, from there for Cleveland. He retired in the early 90s. He remains in Houston with his wife and his 2 children. Robert, thanks for allowing me to do this introduction for you. It's always great when you guys come back, and we have many of them coming back because I think that the relationship with the players and the coaches is so important. Being part of our family, again, we all congratulate you and thank you. And in ending, congratulations, Chris, to you and Terry. I've known you guys for a long time, and I know you're cut from the same cloth. We're proud of all of you.
Good evening. My name is Linda Pollard. I am the sister of Walter Bowser, and I am very proud to be here on his behalf. I think my brother's life has been truly a blessing, and I think the blessings came mostly from the life instructors. He had great life instructors, starting with his father. His father, Marvin Bowser, always taught him to either sink or swim. And one of his most memorable statements he made was that when you get as smart as me, your brains will be knocking the hair out of your head. Of course, he was bald then. Another important person in his life were his coaches. And his coaches taught him that athleticism is just a fleeting moment. You know, you have your skill today and then it's gone tomorrow. He was taught by the faculty at Dunbar and Huntington that education was timeless. From family tradition, he learned that you give back as you have been given. From the church, he learned, ask, and it shall be given unto you, but to use your talents. And me, I like to think that I was some of the wind beneath his wings. Some of the things that he would ultimately accomplish would be the State Football Player of the Year in 1967. He was chosen for the state basketball team in 1967. He would later become Parade All-American. He was highly recruited all over the nation. He went on to the University of Minnesota, where he went through law school. He became a successful lawyer, city attorney, judge. Now he's currently an arbitrator and unemployment judge. But he's very appreciative of all of those who supported him in his climb, and that included his teachers, his coaches, his friends. And he showed his gratitude by sending flowers. I would like to say to all of those out there who are friends and family and neighbors that he loved you for all that you did. And Walter, I would like to say to you that I am very proud of all of your accomplishments, but the most important thing is I'm proud that you have given back indeed.
Good evening. I'm Reverend John E. Connor. I used to be pastor at Central United Methodist Church, and I'm here on behalf of Dick Carneal. Dick was one of my members at Central for 7 years. I had got to know him real well. We're here to honor him this evening as an All-American high school ball player. I didn't get to see him play. I didn't get to see him do anything as far as sports was concerned, but I got to know the man. And I got to know who he was, and Dick was one of those individuals that you can't forget. Dick goes any place, anywhere. He is known by people. He's such a friendly person that he at once gets people at ease. He goes around telling all these wonderful little jokes to people, and you would think that somebody is going to slap him in the face for it, but that doesn't happen. They look at him strangely at first, and then they burst out laughing and begin a conversation. That's the kind of person that Dick Carneal is. A great athlete, I know, but a person that is wonderful in the eyes of all people everywhere. I remember a story that was told to me by Dick about his playing days. His mother didn't want him to play ball at all. His older brother was playing football, but the coach, Eason, had to come by the house just a few blocks from here and bring all the football equipment that he had. He brought pads and pads and pads to show his mother, Dick's mother, that he wouldn't get hurt. Dick took the field and became a star here at Hampton. Hampton High School sat right where we are at today. This playing field has produced many wonderful young athletes. I came here in 1997 when Ronald Carey was playing football, and Carey was a great individual and a great player too, but some of the old folks would say to me You know, there's a greater player than him. Dick Carneal played football like no one else that they'd ever seen. But one thing about Dick, he's a wonderful person. He's a person that deserves the award that's being given to him tonight. The remembrance of him will be throughout the ages. People love him and care for him, and we just congratulate him on who he is. May God bless him, and may God be with him always.
Hello, my name is John Gamble. I'm the strength and conditioning coach with the Miami Dolphins. I would like to take this time to congratulate Terry Kirby on a very fine award. I've known Terry since he entered the University of Virginia in the late 80s as a college freshman. I've seen Terry participate in football and basketball and earn his degree in 3.5 years. I've seen him rise as a man in the National Football League, playing with a lot of high caliber athletes, in addition to doing a lot of great things in the community. It has been just such a great joy to see all the fine things that he's done, not just for himself, but to always give back, working with kids in classrooms, helping people in the community, the homeless, and just doing all the things he can just to give back to people maybe less fortunate or just deserve a helping hand. In addition to, I would like to just say, Terry Kirby, in my mind, I regard him as my son, as part of my family. I would like to take this time to just say I wish I could be there with Terry, because I know this is a great honor and a great opportunity and a great time with people honoring him for a very nice award. Terry, I would like to just say congratulations once more. I know your family is there with you. I wish I could be there too. I know everyone is celebrating just such a fine young man who is doing everything he can to help other people. I know this is a celebration for you, so enjoy yourself, have a good time, and once again, I'd like to say congratulations.
Hey, what's up, big bro? It's your little brother, Lily. I'm really speechless right now. Over the last 20 or 30 years, you've associated yourself with a lot of people. And you asked me, your little brother, Lily, the guy who used to get on your nerves, the guy who used to want to follow you everywhere, to present this award to you? Oh, man, that's a great honor to me, man, and I'm deeply touched. It's such a privilege for me to present this award to you, because you've been there for me through everything. I mean, it's like, I don't know, you're like a father figure to me, and I really respect you, and I'll do anything for you, man, and you know that. Okay, now I want to present this poem to you that I wrote up, and I think you'll like it. It's titled "My Brother." Not too many people can say that they have a brother who played in the NFL. So believe me, folks, this is hard to sell. One thing that's not hard to sell: my brother Chris is a great person. And if you ask anybody in this room, they will agree with you, that's for certain. Chris's humble personality always keeps him in reality. Those who know Chris may describe him as a gentle giant. As a younger brother, I see him as a great person I deeply admire. Chris may be known from state to state, but he always makes time to tell a person, hey, have a nice day. I have no complaints. Chris has always been the ultimate big brother. We may struggle at times, but I know he'll be there for me until the day I die. If you notice, I haven't talked too much about his football accomplishments. For what? He's done so much off the field to say, that boy's for real. I want to conclude by saying, thanks, Chris, for being such a great big brother to me for all these years. Your encouraging words sometimes makes me break down in tears. Oh yeah, and your award. How could I forget? You deserve it, man. So always remember, your brother Lily will always be your biggest fan. Love you, bro.
Hi, I'm Mike Benelli. I've been asked to speak about Steve tonight on this award night. I've been knowing Steve for 29 years. Met him at Newport News Shipyard. Heard he was a world champion arm wrestler. So I thought I'd go over there and meet him and give him a try. Found out that he was a world champion arm wrestler. When I started training with him, in 1 year's time, with the techniques that he had developed through the years, I won the 1977 Virginia State Arm Wrestling Championship in Roanoke, Virginia. We used to get in cars, 4 or 5 other people from around this area, and travel to tournaments in different states in the very beginning in the 70s. And everyone in the car would win first place. They totally dominated. Steve dominated all around the country, around the world. He was one of the pioneers of the sports. A lot of the techniques that are used today, Steve developed, and the people that trained with him through the years became better arm wrestlers than anyone in the state or in the country. And I can remember going to tournaments, and after we'd all be pulling and the tournament was over, Steve would be up at the table for a couple of hours showing all the other people in other states the techniques and stuff that he has developed. And he didn't mind doing that because one of his philosophies was for every move there's a counter move, and he already had that in his mind. He took the sport from brute arm pulling of power and turned it into a more of a finesse technique game. Speed and technique was what he dominated the sport with. I don't know of any arm wrestler to this day that was as fast as he was on the table. He still travels around the country refereeing. He's been on the board of directors on rules. Now he's currently head of all the referees in the world, and I've never known anyone that has devoted their whole life to a sport like Steve has, the sport of arm wrestling. And taking it from a bar room and putting it in coliseums, he's taken that sport into where it is today. I'm proud and honored to be a friend of his because he's been my teacher, my mentor, and he's helped me along the way in arm wrestling. And that's why I think that this award, he deserves this award that he's getting tonight, and I thank him.